Hey there, explorers! Welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into the teachings and principles of Christianity and embark on a transformative journey through the realms of faith and spirituality. Have you ever noticed how certain numbers show up repeatedly in the Bible, like the numbers 7 or 12 or 40? Well, there's one number that often flies under the radar but carries a deep spiritual punch: the number 17. This number isn't just a mathematical placeholder in Scripture. It's a symbol of victory, renewal, and perfect spiritual order. In fact, it shows up 10 times in the King James Bible, and when it does, it's not random. It shows up during moments that represent triumph, transition, and divine alignment. In other words, it's a number that marks a turning point. Let's go back to the beginning. According to the Hebrew calendar, the Great Flood, the one that wiped out nearly everything, began on the 17th day of the second month. That's the same flood that wiped the earth clean, setting the stage for a new chapter in humanity. Later, on the 17th day of the 7th month, Noah's Ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters were still, but the storm was over. It was the first sign that restoration had begun. Fast forward to the New Testament, and we find another seismic moment on the 17th of Nisan, Jesus' resurrection. That's right, Jesus was raised from the dead on the same symbolic date that marked the resting of the ark. The flood represented judgment and cleansing. The resurrection represented life and spiritual victory. Both events happened on the 17th day. That's not coincidence. That's pattern. That's design. So what does 17 actually mean in the Bible? To understand that, let's break it down. Biblically, 10 is the number of divine order. Think the 10 Commandments. 7 is the number of spiritual perfection, used repeatedly to symbolize completeness. Together, 10 and 7 make 17. That means 17 is a fusion of order and perfection, a number that screams success through divine design. But 17 isn't all sunshine. It has a shadow side too. In the book of Daniel, the devil's end-time system is described as having 7 heads and 10 horns. That's 17 again, but inverted. It's a reminder that even divine patterns can be hijacked or mimicked by darkness. Still, Scripture always returns to the theme that good overcomes. So while 17 can mark opposition, take Joseph for example. He was just 17 years old when his brothers sold him into slavery, betrayed and abandoned. But that wasn't the end. Years later, after a long road of trials and dreams, Joseph rose to power in Egypt. 17 years after their separation, Joseph was reunited with his father Jacob. The reunion brought peace, closure, and fulfillment of God's promise. Misery turned into joy. And again, we see the number 17 representing victory after hardship. And Joseph isn't the only one. Rehoboam, Solomon's son and the first king of Judah, reigned for 17 years. The book of Psalms mentions exactly 17 enemies of Israel. Even the book of James references 17 Old Testament books. These aren't isolated facts. They're threads in a much larger tapestry. And that tapestry? It's pointing to something deeper. Elijah, the prophet of fire, is often seen as a forerunner of Jesus in biblical prophecy. He too is connected with the number 17. In the end times, he is believed to return as a prophetic voice, restoring truth and bringing spiritual victory. His winning number, as some say, is 17, the number of his mission, the number of God's victory. So, why might you be seeing 17 in your own life? Spiritually speaking, seeing the number 17 is often seen as a divine nudge. It's the universe, or more specifically your angels, whispering, "You're on the right track. You're aligned with something greater than yourself." The struggles you're facing aren't random. They're part of a transformation that's leading to something better. Angel number 17 is like a quiet cheer from heaven. It reminds you to be confident, to stay hopeful, to know that what you're doing matters and that your effort is being noticed, even if it feels unseen right now. In your everyday life, the energy of 17 means beginnings, new chapters. That thing you've been waiting for, it's closer than you think. Your current situation, whether it's confusing, painful, or just plain exhausting, isn't permanent. Something beautiful is on its way. And when it comes to relationships, 17 is the number of timing. Maybe you've been wondering when to take that next step, start a family, commit more deeply. If the number 17 keeps appearing in your life, it may be a quiet signal that the time to move forward is now. The window is open. The number also whispers a reminder that success isn't just about the external stuff. True achievement includes peace in your spirit, balance in your body and mind, the kind of contentment that makes you look at your life and say, yes, this is good. And when that inner calm is aligned with spiritual purpose, that's the definition of biblical success. Even after the flood, Noah didn't just survive, he found dry ground, he found peace. That's the picture of 17. Jesus' resurrection wasn't just a miracle, it was the ultimate comeback story. That's the power of 17. The number is a call to action, but also a promise that your journey has meaning, that your struggles have purpose, and that you are not walking alone. So if you've been noticing the number 17 on receipts, on clocks, on page numbers, pause for a moment. Consider what it might be trying to tell you. Consider what God might be showing you. Because in the end, the number 17 is more than just a biblical curiosity. It's a spiritual reminder, a symbol of completeness, a badge of overcoming, and a quiet confirmation that you're heading exactly where you're meant to go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this and sharing it with fellow Christians seeking a mindful connection with God. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and feel free to leave a comment below to share your thoughts with us. Keep walking, keep believing, the finish line is closer than you think. Stay blessed and see you next time.